Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new here. Hey, my name is Cody. I am a writer. If you're new to the channel, I'm currently working on my second book, which is currently under the alias Project Terms and Conditions. It is a paranormal thriller set in California. It follows a 30-year-old father and a 10-year-old son who move into a different house on the same day every single year. They end up stumbling across a house that may be possessed by the ghost of a witch, and this ghost seems to really want to be Thomas's new mother. And so, yeah, the story follows the two of them going through this. It takes place over the course of like a week. The whole book is like a countdown to a storm. And so part one of the book is called 4 Days Until the Storm. And then as we go through the story, it goes 3 days, 2 days, 16 hours until the storm. And then the final part of the book is called The Storm. And so, yeah, if that interests you, then follow along for this weekend in my life. The biggest thing that we're going to be doing in this vlog is trying to do this final read through before I send it to betas on Saturday. It is currently Thursday. Am I crazy for trying to do a full read through / line edit in 2 days? Maybe. You know, we're writers. We're all a little crazy here. Okay. That is the goal. I currently am sitting on FaceTime with Miss Taylor Ann Wright. I basically bullied her into writing with me today. It's great. I think my goal for this first little sesh is to at least get through part one of the story before I do another check-in. I got me some leftover spinach and cheese tortellini. Gonna eat those while I sit here and trudge through some chapters.
I was like, wait, damn.
I'm already recording, so just, you know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's so focused. Yeah. She's giving focused. She's an actress. And she's eating. Wow. Oh, look at that. Look at that thought she just got. Yeah. Anything you want to say to my subscribers?
I love you guys so much. Also, be sure to give this video a like. We love to support Cody. Go buy Ghostwriters Club right now. Go read it. And we love you.
Wow. I couldn't have said it better myself. Look who's here. Amina and Becca. Just writing with all the besties today. What a good day.
And spilling some tea.
Yeah. Anything you want to say to the vlog?
About the
Or just in general?
Buy the Ghostwriters Club.
That's so funny. Taylor said the same thing.
I literally just finished it. 5 seconds.
Tea.
To let them share my audio if you want to.
Heard. I will absolutely do that.
Okay, first and foremost, you may be wondering, why is Amina sending me an audio in the middle of the night? And I just have to tell you that I finished the Ghostwriters Club. I could not put it down. I am so tired, way past my bedtime, but I could not put this book down. I loved it so much, and this is coming from someone who doesn't really read like mystery thrillers, none of that. So I just wanted to let you know that you did such a good job. I loved it. The twist at the end, oh my god. Literally could not have expected it. The characters, the plot, Logan, his mom, oh my god. The relationship between and I can't go on and on. But I'm gonna have a full review on my channel and also on Goodreads and all that stuff. I don't even know if I'm making sense right now. I'm so tired. I was gonna text, but I was like, I just needed to let you know that you ate. This was an amazing book. First 5-star read of the year for me. And I'm so excited to read what comes next. Okay, bye.
Hello and welcome to my couch. It is many hours later. It is now like 5:30 p.m. And as you saw, I had lots of fun FaceTime sessions with some of my AuthorTube besties. We had a writing sesh with Taylor Ann Wright, and we ended up doing a lot of just like, she needed to like talk some things out loud about some things that she's changing in book one, because if you didn't know, she's doing a second edition of Venture Below before she releases the final book in the series, Venture Alone. And so she just needed to talk through some things. That's what we did. I just sat and we just kind of brainstormed. We soundboarded back and forth. So anytime she would like, you know, offer up a scene, I would bring in, okay, but why would this character do that? Because of reason A or reason B. And so we just sat and we really worked through a lot of like character motivations for some of the actions that are taking place, not only in book one, but also book three, and how those things tie into some of the events that happen in book two. So that was really fun. Also, if you haven't read the Venture series, go do it. After that, literally hopped from one FaceTime to the next and ended up chatting with Becca and Amina. And we ended up sitting, probably going for about another hour or two. Here we are now. I am taking a break from the desk because I have a show tonight. We have finished part 1. We are about halfway through part 2, which I probably plan to finish part 2 after the show tonight. And so I hope tomorrow to get through parts 3 and 4. And so that'll only leave part 5 for Saturday. So I'll probably wake up Saturday morning, work through part 5, and then get it ready to be sent out to beta readers before the show. So I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll take you along with me to one of my shows this weekend, just so you can kind of have a little behind the scenes kind of vibe of what I do outside of writing. I did a video a little while back. I think it was last year whenever I did my like weekend in the life of an actor, YouTuber, and writer or something like that. I've gotten to the point now where I only do like one show a year because I have just, now that I've rekindled my passion for writing, all of the decisions that I make in my life now are like based on, okay, yes, I can do this extra thing, but how is that going to affect my writing time? I used to do like 2 to 3 shows a year, and now I only do the one show a year because when I'm doing a show, it affects so much of my writing time and the time that I can commit to making YouTube videos. And I love doing both of those things so much. And I really find nowadays when I'm doing shows that I am wishing that I was writing instead. I don't know. Something's, learning more and more about myself every day and learning to pursue my passions unapologetically and learning to set boundaries around the things that I'm passionate about. All that to say, I love doing shows. I love getting to perform and be on stage, but I've just been realizing that I am shifting into a point of my life where I much prefer the slow, quiet, creative moments that I get to steal from my day-to-day life. And so, yeah, anyways, you didn't ask for those reflections, but that's just what I've been thinking about a lot lately. Next weekend is literally the last weekend of our show, and so I am so close to the finish line, I can taste it. That's all the words that I have to say. Thank you so much for listening. Going on my YouTube channel.
Oh. Doing a real show.
Ooh, not the shoulder. This is a family channel. Okay. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Friday, July the 4th. Happy Independence Day. And I was really hoping that I could start off my day off work and off the show, 4th of July. We're celebrating, having this great time. I thought that's how this day was going to go, but I woke up to the news that there was a bill passed that will basically strip 17 million Americans of a lot of benefits that they need to just survive and get by on the daily basis while benefiting the richest people in our country. So yeah, basically, if you have been following me for a while, or if you are just finding my channel and you're just curious on my thoughts on the current political climate. But anyways, because of all of the things going on, I feel like it is more important now than ever to sit down and work on my art, because art in itself is an act of rebellion. It is a form of expression, and it is a place for you to put all of these feelings that people try to silence, because you can't silence art. You never will be able to. We're going to sit here and we're going to continue our read through of Project Terms and Conditions. We are currently on chapter 9, and I have today and tomorrow to get all the way through to the end. And there's like 40 something chapters in this book. So, also, by the way, the show went great last night. We had a lot of friends there in the audience. And, at this point, we've done the show so many times that I sort of put my brain on autopilot and just go. I don't really have to think about it anymore. Yeah, afterwards I went and got a little bit of food because I didn't really get a chance to eat dinner, and then me and Clark chilled on the couch. We're currently watching season 2 of 9 Perfect Strangers. It's on Hulu. If you've never seen it, highly recommend. Very fun. And also Nicole Kidman is a literal queen. So if anything, watch it for her alone. And as you saw from one of the little clips earlier, I dropped Clark off at the airport this morning at 6:30 a.m. to be exact. He is flying to Denver to spend a little time with his mom and one of his good friends for her birthday. And so I basically have the whole house to myself. And so that means I have a quiet house. I have a cup of coffee right here. I have a big glass of water right here. And so basically that means I have no excuses not to sit here and write. I'll check back in with you at some point. Oh, hello. Welcome to this fun, quirky new angle in my bedroom. How you doing? So weird to have you in here, but make yourself at home, I guess. A lot of time has passed. If you cannot tell by how tired my eyes look, a lot of time has passed. It is literally 10 p.m. at night. I am just now deciding to get cozy in the bed because while mentally I don't feel like fatigued by what I've been doing, my body is just like ready to be in a comfy, cozy position. I don't think I'm done for the day. I'm probably going to try to go until probably around like midnight because I don't have a bedtime. I'm an adult. I expected this read through to be going a lot faster than it's actually going. Like, I was thinking like, okay, I'm just going to be reading through, fixing a couple words here and there, moving on. No, I'm literally like still finding little places to like, oh, you could add a little extra sentence here, or you could flesh this out a little bit, maybe add a little bit more detail, add a paragraph there. It's not what I was expecting to be doing, but because I can see these issues, I want to go ahead and fix them now before I send it to beta readers, because obviously I want to be sending them the best draft that I have. And if I'm reading through this and noticing these mistakes that I could easily fix, then that's not the best draft that I have. You know what I'm saying? Also, sorry if you can hear fireworks in the background. They have been going off for the past 4 hours, and I feel like I am living in a Purge fanfic. Okay? Like, it is crazy. It has been nonstop. Pippity poppity. Miss Honey right here is not having a good time. Okay? She will not go potty outside because she is scared of all the pippity poppities that are happening. She's over it. So I'm currently on chapter 18, which means that I have finished the first 3 parts, and now I am on part 4 of 5, but part 4 of 5 is the longest part of all the parts. So this was going to take me a little while. There are 12 chapters in part 4. I know for a fact that I will not get through all 12 of those before I do my little cutoff at midnight. I'm just going to try to trudge as far as I can. However far I am by the time we hit midnight, that's none of my business because I'm turning into a pumpkin. But another fun thing that I was doing while I was, I guess, distracting myself from doing the revisions, I don't want to talk about it, okay? I spent a little bit of time kind of going through Readsy looking for my cover designer for this book. I was just kind of looking around. I was perusing. I wasn't looking to make any decisions today. Okay, and there was one person that I found who, like, I liked a lot of his covers, and it just like kind of looked like the vibe that I would be going for with this book. And so I started to just like look at, you know, the submission form for him, and I realized that part of the submission process is like a book blurb, and I do not have a book blurb for this book yet. So I on the spot wrote one, and I'm going to share it with you so you can tell me if you like it or not. Like, if you saw this on the back of a book, would you be like, dang, I want to read that book? So the little log line is 8 houses, 8 years, 1 brewing storm. Following a traumatic break-in, Andrew Walters will do anything to keep his son Thomas safe, even if that means moving to a new house on the same day every year. 8 years after that dreadful night, the two of them are moving into the house on Buena Vista Boulevard. The house is beautiful, their neighbors are kind, and all signs seem to point to a great year ahead. Only when they arrive, they discover that the biggest storm of the year is set to arrive by the end of their first week. As Thomas and Andrew prepare for the worst, strange things begin to occur in the home. Chairs moving on their own, homework disappearing, and a teddy bear that wants to be Thomas's new mother. Will Thomas and Andrew make it through the week, or will the storm they've spent the last 8 years running from finally catch up to them? Bum, bum, bum. I don't know. Low-key, I feel like I kind of ate with that, but that could just be me being my own biggest hype person. Because, if you can't hype yourself, how in the heck are you going to hype somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? I really like that. I think that it is concise. I think it presents a bit of intrigue. There's this storm that's catching up to them. It's kind of like this ticking clock. I love a ticking clock. If you like a ticking clock kind of vibe, this one is literally a countdown to a storm from start to finish. So that was the craziest noise I've ever made in my life, and I apologize. Clearly, as you can tell, revisions, delerious. There's nothing, no lights are on. So wait, if no lights are on, should I actually keep going until midnight, or should I stop? Nah, I'm gonna keep going, because why not? YOLO. Anyways, this clip is descending into madness, and I think that is everything that I wanted to update you on. The next time you see me, it will be sometime tomorrow morning, and I will hopefully have some kind of update that tells you that I have at least done a couple more chapters, okay? But you'll just have to wait a few seconds and find out. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Hi, hello, good morning. I say good morning. It is not morning. It is currently Saturday, July 5th. I am still here in my bed because today's just been a weird day. Okay. I don't know if it was the fact that I ended up getting up at like 6 in the morning yesterday, and then I didn't really stop or like close my eyes for a little bit until almost 1 in the morning. I said I was only going to go until midnight last night, but I ended up stopping around like 12:30, just because I was on a roll. I was on one of the biggest chapters that is in this book. It's probably honestly too long, but I like the chapter. It's a fun little like backstory chapter where we get to, learn the story of the witch that is potentially haunting this house. Okay. Love the story when I came up with it. And so, yeah, it's long, but if people like it and it's interesting, then it's fine. You know what I'm saying? But I won't know that until my betas tell me, which they will very soon. They will very soon. So what has happened since we last spoke? So I have officially finished my read through. It is almost 3 p.m. right now. I ended up sleeping in a little bit later than I expected. I ended up waking up around like 11, which is like unheard of for me. Normally my body automatically wakes me up at like 9 a.m. It took the initiative to catch up on some sleep for me. And now I am in the process of bringing it over into a Google Doc so that I can format it the way that I want it to be. And then I'm going to send the link, and I'm probably going to crash mentally. Okay. I'm doing something a little different with my beta reader feedback this go round. I actually set up a mini little Discord that I think is going to be like my home base for like my beta reader team. So anyone that beta reads for me here on out will be added into this Discord to discuss any new stories, any new drafts that I send out of this book. And I feel like this would also be a really good like hub for me to go first looking for beta readers, because if I've already worked with them in the past and I know that their feedback is good quality feedback, that's obviously going to be the first place that I go looking for feedback on future stories. So 2 little chats that I made. One is a spoiler free chat and one is a spoiler chat. So it's basically just going to be a place where my beta readers can be like, oh my gosh, I just read this chapter and this thing happened. And if it's a spoiler, then it goes in the spoiler chat. If it's not a spoiler, then it goes in the spoiler free chat. And I'm really excited about this story. Like, I feel like it's just, this time last year, Ghostwriters Club was nowhere in the shape that this book is already in. I'm not saying that this book does not need more work. That is what the beta readers are here to tell me what work it needs. I don't know. I'm feeling more prepared, which I guess is normal because I've done this all before. So naturally it would be at least a little bit easier the second time, but it's just my first year on YouTube. I really spent a lot of time learning how I work best. I feel like now that I know that, and I know my pitfalls, I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, I feel like I'm better able to approach revisions and drafting and any other stage of the writing process with a lot more confidence and the ability to know what to expect from myself, from the story, from all of it. Like I said, it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I do have a show tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and format the heck out of this Google Doc and get that sent off, and then I will check back in with you before it is time to go and do the show for the night. Hello, it is the next day. It is officially Sunday, July 6th. I think we did in fact finish our read through. We got through the whole draft. We put it into Google Docs. We got it formatted and we got it sent on out. I am so excited to finally have this book out of my hands for a little while. I put in a lot of work into this story over the last month and a half. I know that there will still be some things that need to be changed, tweaked, added, refined, all that fun stuff. But for now, for the place that it's in, for this draft 2 version, I'm very proud of it. It is is a much, much cleaner draft 2 than the Ghostwriters Club was, which only, shows to me that in this time that I have been, dedicating to my craft, that I have grown as a writer, which is very exciting to see. We say it all the time that, the more you do something, the better you get at it. But whenever you can actually see that progress, like in the work that you are creating, you see the better attention to details. You see just how specific your word choice has gotten in places. Sure, we'll fall back on some crutch words every now and again, but like for the most part, this is a pretty solid draft, in my opinion. Am I delusional? I don't know. We'll see how it's going. I have already been getting notifications in my email that people have been commenting all over the document, and yes, I have been tempted to look a few times, and yes, I might have looked a few times. I need to have some space between this book for a little while and let myself try to forget all of the things that I just spent so much time working on. I'll have their feedback all in by August 1st. So basically the rest of the month, I'm just going to be chilling. I'm going to be tinkering around. I'm not going to just not be writing. I'm going to be doing some stuff. But I feel like these next few weeks are really going to be focused on refilling my well and reading some nice fiction work to prepare myself for the drafting season that I know is on the horizon. And I suppose that is the final update for this vlog. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave me a ghost emoji to let me know that you're excited for Project Terms and Conditions being one step closer to being out in the world and in your hands. If you haven't already, it would mean so much to me if you could hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave me a comment. It doesn't have to be a well thought out comment. You could just say hello. Just the more people that engage with my video, the more YouTube thinks that people want to watch my video. And yeah, you'd be doing me a huge solid if you just do something to interact with this video. I would appreciate it so much. Thank you all so much for being here and going on this journey with me. When I first started this channel a year and a half ago, I had no idea that almost 2,000 people would be wanting to follow along with this journey. And so many of you have kept up with me from the beginning, and you have left comments, you've been in live streams, you have just been such awesome people. And I just love this community so much. I say it all the time, but I truly mean that. I love how diverse this community is. I just love our willingness to be vulnerable with one another and to look for the similarities we have with each other as opposed to the things that make us different. I think that is such a beautiful thing, and I think it is something that is much needed during this time. At the end of the day, light beats dark, love beats hate, and we just have to keep fighting the good fight and love each other and come together and keep creating art, because that is our form of rebellion. What a dark way to end a video. Anyways, I'm so sorry. I guess that's all I really had to say. So I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!